Tom Pace with the Talk of the Town, and welcome in another Caddo Registrar of Voters election update. Today at the office at 525 Marshall Street, downtown Shreveport, with Ernie Robertson, your Caddo Registrar of Voters, and today talking about, well, a number of things coming up with the elections. Number one, voter registration cards, and new ones, in fact, Ernie.
Yeah, we've got some folks that are having their precinct changed. So we've got this box of cards for some folks out at kind of the Moortown, Hollywood Heights here for the Oak Park precinct. Those will be mailed out real soon. And then this box of cards, and there are four actually boxes of cards for the Caddo Parish School Board for all the people who had their school district changed as far as their voting district goes. And so we're going to be mailing those out pretty soon, and people will be getting those. And then, of course, on down the road, we'll have changes for the people who are in the City of Shreveport council districts.
So the bottom line is, if you see notices coming to you from the Registrar of Voters office, pay attention.
Pay attention, because more than likely they're going to have a little note on them saying that you've either had a polling place change, like the Oak Park change, or you have had a change in one of your offices that you'll vote on, and it will say down there school board district change or city council district change. But it'll probably be another 4 to 6 weeks before we get the city of Shreveport done.
All right, so you can see Ernie's got his job cut out for him. You have your job cut out for you to be sure and monitor your mail. When you do get these notices from the Registrar of Voters office, pay attention. If you have any questions about this, where you actually go, you can either go to caddovoter.org or they can call you. Is that right, Ernie?
That's right, 226-6891. 226-6891. You can give us a call. We've got plenty of time now. We can talk to folks as far as it goes on your districts, but we do not have the new city council districts in yet, but the school board districts are in there.
All right. And now, here, let's go straight to another item I like to refer to as the ballot box. Because let's face it, whenever it comes to elections, you cast your ballot. Used to be the old days, as Ernie has talked about, it was on slips of paper that went in a great big tin can, but now you use the electronic voting machines.
Right, and we've got an opportunity to vote Saturday, May the 3rd. We've got a parish-wide election coming up with the Caddo Parish Commission is putting a proposition on there. And then we also have, and everybody's eligible to vote on that if you're registered in Caddo, but we also have a Fire District 6 election coming up, and only the people who are in Fire District 6 will be eligible to vote in that, and that district runs down in South Caddo. So a lot of things coming up.
And you who are in Fire District 6 should know where you are. But if you have an issue and you want to make sure that you get to vote on this proposition coming up in Fire District 6, then call again.
You can call here, 226-6891, or you can go to caddovoter.org and click on Am I Registered, and you can look for your election districts on there and find out if you're in that fire district. But, of course, always call us if there's any question. You can also check your current address, because we just got through with the canvass. We want to make sure we got that done right, too. So if you see a discrepancy in there, let us know. But, Tom, we've got early voting coming up pretty soon for this parish-wide election.
And if you stop and think about it, we're just, about a week away from early voting. By the time you're watching this, tell us about early voting and the dates.
It's going to start on April the 19th. And that's a Saturday, and it's Easter weekend, by the way. It's the Saturday after Good Friday, and then, of course, we'll be closed on Easter Sunday, and then we'll pick up again and run through Monday through Saturday, which is Saturday, April 26th, and we'll be open down here at the Registrar's office from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and we're right across from the courthouse, and, of course, we always have 4 parking spots out front that are reserved for early voters. 2 of those are handicap spots. So there shouldn't be any problem with parking, but if you do feel like you're going to need some extra space or whatever, if you have a large vehicle, you might want to come down on a Saturday. But we're going to be open 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. for early voting.
And so remember that's very important. And to exercise your right to vote is one of those opportunities and rights that we do have. And so this is what all this is about, these election updates from Ernie Robertson and the Caddo Parish Registrar's Office. Ernie, there's a big bond proposal now for Caddo, and let's not forget about this $23 million bond over 20 years.
Right. They've got a bond proposal on there, and then in Fire District 6, you've got a property tax continuation as well as a service charge that they have that's also a continuation. So everybody's eligible to vote on the parish-wide proposition, and then people in the fire district are eligible in the fire district. But, Tom, believe it or not, we're already getting calls about the fall election.
Wait a minute. You mean in November, from what I understand, that's going to be like a major thing that occurs once every blue moon?
It really is. It's a cycle of elections, a judicial cycle, and it only occurs every 12 years. And as far as kind of what all comes together, because you add in all the judges, of course, with the federal races, we got a U.S. Senate and a U.S. Congress. We've got the reapportioned city council, the mayor, and the school board. That's what was not on the 2008 ballot the last time we did this cycle. So it's quite, let's just put it this way, it's very involved from our side. It's the most complicated election that we run. And, of course, Caddo is the most complicated jurisdiction in the state. But I want to go ahead and tell people, you're calling us about the U.S. Senate race or U.S. Congress or the mayor's race. That doesn't happen until November. So we got a ways to go. This election this time involves the Caddo Parish Commission proposition and the Fire District 6 proposition, and it's going to be in May.
So it's going to be a long, long time from May to November. But if you would, look at where you are right now in voting. And if you've not registered to vote, what's very important is you go ahead and register to vote on top of everything else. Because this November election, where you have this confluence of all of these races you're going to be voting for, comes every 12 years, according to Mr. Ernie. And Ernie, I guess you're seeing more and more people register online?
We have. We've had a little uptick in registration online. People are getting used to that. You just need to have your driver's license or your special Louisiana ID, and then use your audit code that's beside your photo. And, of course, we'll be doing mobile registration all during the month of May. We always do it with the library system, the Shreve Memorial Library, so we'll be using them again, and we'll be at pretty much every library in the parish.
And that's going to wrap up this edition of your election update from the Caddo Registrar of Voters Office. Here it is, coming up Saturday, May 3rd, special elections occurring. And again, Ernie, one more time.
7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Are going to be the poll times on Saturday, May 3rd, and we've got a parish-wide proposition, and we've got a proposition Fire District 6.
And if you need more information, please visit the official website, caddovoter.org. That's caddovoter.org. And remember, early voting coming up on April the 19th and going through the 26th. I'm Tom Pace from the Talk of the Town for Ernie Robertson and the Caddo Registrar of Voters Office.